And now, get ready to smile again with radio's home folks, Vic and Sade.
Well, sir, it's late afternoon as we enter the small house halfway up in the next block down. And here in the kitchen, we find Mr. Victor Gook and his son, Mr. Rush Gook. Mr. Victor Gook has drawn the kitchen table over by the sink where the light's the best, and he's doing a spot of office work at home. And Mr. Rush Gook, who just this moment arrived from school, removes his cap and overcoat. Listen.
About through there, Gav?
I am through with the actual labor. All I have to do now is copy some figures neatly on a sheet of paper.
It's all right if I talk then, huh?
You go ahead.
Mom's not upstairs?
Mom's next door, chewing the fat with Ma Donahue. What's on your mind?
I've been doing considerable thinking about the party we're going to have a week from Saturday.
Reach me my eraser. I dropped it on the floor.
That party was taken right out of my hands, you know.
So I understand.
Here.
Thanks.
Mom started out by making me official host. The party was to be in honor of Nicer Scott, and I was going to be in charge of all arrangements. But she figured too many people would have to be invited, so she decided to leave out the kids. And took over the arrangements herself.
You see the good sense of that, don't you? We can't get the population of the United States in this modest dwelling.
No, just the same.
What exactly is your beef?
If I could be reinstated as official host, I'd put on a party you'd hear about.
You have my sympathy, Crabmeat, but I don't see what I can do about the matter.
Well, I was thinking maybe you could persuade Mom.
To reinstate you as official host?
Yeah.
It's hardly in my department.
You'll be present at the party a week from next Saturday. You'll want to have a bang-up time, won't you?
Sure.
The plans I got worked out would guarantee you a bang-up time.
That's so?
You'd have so much enjoyment you'd never forget it.
Tell Papa.
All afternoon I've been running stuff through my head.
You went to school this afternoon, didn't you?
Yeah, but I never paid much attention in class. My mind was busy on sensational arrangements for this party. I got stunts worked out people will talk about for the next 50 years.
Sounds like you plan a social function of a rather ambitious nature.
I do.
Reach me my eraser again, will you? I seem to be all butterfingers today.
You know what the party will be like if Mom gives it, don't you?
No, what?
It'll be... Here's your eraser.
Thanks.
Dull.
The party'll be dull under your mother's management?
Well, maybe dull is a harsh word.
Maybe it is.
Maybe ordinary is better. The people will come here. They'll hang their hat and coat in the hall. They'll all go in the living room and sit down. They'll talk back and forth. After a while, Mom will whip out ice cream and cake. They'll talk a while longer. Pretty soon they say goodnight and go home. Party's all over.
That setup don't appeal to you, huh?
No. It's like everybody else's party. There's nothing different about it.
Let's hear some of your ideas.
Can I expect cooperation from you if I confide in you?
Cooperation?
Will you try to persuade Mom I ought to be reinstated as official host?
Well, frankly, Margaret, I don't think I could throw much weight. Your mother's decisions on matters like this are generally pretty cut and dried.
Well, you could try. You could come whooping in all excited and slap her on the back and say, "By golly, Sade, that Rush sure has rung the bell. He's got stunts lined up for this party a week from Saturday that'll make you jump over the People's Bank building." The basketball cheerleader, Nate Crabtree, wrote a sentence on the blackboard at a pep meeting we had last week. Sentence was, "Enthusiasm is contagious."
Enthusiasm is contagious?
Enthusiasm is contagious. And that's supposed to be true. Look, pretty soon Mom will be home. Suppose when she opens the door, you jump out of your chair like a skyrocket and say, "By gosh, kiddo, that doggone Rush has got stunts doctored up for this party a week from Saturday that'll make you swallow your shoes." Enthusiasm is contagious. Work it right and you'll have Mom reinstating me as official host in 40 seconds.
Well, what are some of these stunts of yours?
Got 'em right here in my pocket, wrote down on a piece of paper.
In the past, Melon Seed, I've noticed you're apt to show a tendency to lean towards impractical extremes. I approve of the happy fires of youth and all that, but I've reached a conservative age.
Listen to these.
Okay.
2 physicians and 3 trained nurses in constant attendance.
How's that?
If I'm reinstated as official host of the party, I'm going to have a platform in the front hallway. On this platform will be 5 chairs. In the chairs will be seated 2 doctors and 3 nurses, all dressed in white.
What's the idea?
Suppose somebody gets sick at the party.
Why should anybody get sick?
Well, some might eat too much ice cream. Others might get exhausted laughing at the jolly jokes. You can't ever tell. People are human beings and liable to get sick any minute of the day or night. Anyway, it gives class to a party. Innocent bystanders downtown will be saying, "Hey, Walter, hear about the big social function they had on Virginia Avenue. 2 doctors and 3 nurses was hired to keep eye on the guests." There'll be a piece in the newspaper. One of the most stylish events of the whole pleasure-crazed social season was given last night by Mr. Rush Gook of Virginia Avenue. Among those present was, and so forth and so on.
Got any more fancy features?
Got plenty. For one thing, I'm going to call the fire department.
You don't contemplate livening up the party by setting the house on fire?
Oh, no.
I was somewhat apprehensive. I love to see people have fun at my home, but I draw the line.
Here's the angle. Along about 9:30 in the evening, parties kind of sag. Appreciate the angle I'm attempting to put across? Different guests start yawning, and the official host begins to get desperate. He wonders, what the heck had I better do to put some pep in things? Well, I got that problem solved. I'm going to telephone the fire department.
False alarm?
Sure. Everybody enjoys watching fire wagons. And these fire wagons will stop right in front of our house. Great sport for everybody.
I have a discouraging note.
Yeah?
There's a severe penalty for turning in false alarms.
Is there?
10 years in jail or something. You can see for yourself that while the fire engines are coming here on a false alarm, a real fire might break out somewhere and make it disagreeable all around.
Yeah. Well, guess I better cross that one off my list.
It might be the best thing. What's your next stunt?
There'll be a policeman in uniform at the party. He'll walk around among the people all during the evening and sort of keep an eye on things.
You're afraid our guests will steal the puss spoon?
No.
What are you afraid they'll steal?
Nothing. The policeman will just be an ornament. He'll add tone to the party. Keep order and see that nobody makes a disturbance.
Very fashionable.
Ain't it, though?
I imagine the people we invite to the party will be greatly flattered.
Sure.
Of course, I hope your policeman don't find it necessary to hit any of our friends over the head with his billy club.
Oh, he won't do anything like that. He'll just mingle with the crowd. Of course, if groups start ganging up in doorways and stuff, he'll come along and holler, break it up, in a friendly sort of way. That ought to get printed in the newspaper, too. Among the stylish features at Mr. Rush Gook's big social event Saturday night was the presence of a police officer who prevented riots and various other crimes. Hot stuff?
Yeah. Tell me more of your plans.
All right. Here's the big super special stunt. Everybody's going to get tattooed with my compliments.
Tattoo?
Yeah. There's a tattoo fella that's just started up business down on West Evans Street. I'm going to hire him to come out here the night of the party and tattoo all the various guests.
You going to tattoo pictures on them?
No, words. In memory of the finest social event I ever attended. Mr. Rush Gook's party, March 12th, 1938. How you like that?
It's certainly different.
Another idea of mine is to have 35...
I believe that's all I got time for now, Harriet.
Going someplace?
Yeah, got these figures all copied. Think I'll stroll down to the office with him.
Well, will you work on mine?
Sure.
Persuade her I ought to be reinstated as official host at the party?
Okay.
You can see for yourself, I'll really put on a social function if I get the chance.
No doubt about it. What you gonna do now?
Telephone Rooster Davis. He'll be greatly interested in my various stunts. 4678J, please. Correct. I can trust you, can't I?
How you mean?
Not to be telling my plans around town?
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna bind Rooster to secrecy.
I won't breathe it to a soul. Well, your mother gets home before I do. Tell her I've gone.
Okay.
So long.
So long. Hello, Rooster?
Well, sir, it's late afternoon as we enter the small house halfway up in the next block now. And here in the living room we find Mrs. Victor Gook and her son, Mr. Rush Gook. Sade, who is established in her husband's easy chair beneath the floor lamp, nods over a novel she received as a Christmas present, while young Rush, lying at full length of the davenport, gazes at the ceiling and thinks thoughts. But suddenly sounds are heard in the kitchen. Listen.
Hey, in here, guys. Your mother home? She's asleep.
I'm not either.
Well, you look like
She upstairs? No. What's the big commotion?
Oh, look, kiddo.
Hello. Are you going?
Listen, there's a special lodge meeting called for this evening.
We're playing 500 with Fred Ruthie this evening.
Well, that'll have to be called off. L.W. Eakins from Chicago headquarters is in town. Look, you two guys will have to jump in and help a fella out. I've got to wear my regalia and memorize a special ritualistic greeting and everything else. Have to be down at the hall by 4:45. It's almost 4 now. Andy, hop up from there and stand at attention and be ready to receive orders.
You want me to go up?
I want you to get me my lodge stuff from upstairs, make a telephone call to Hank Gutstop, and dig volume 7 out of my lodge library, out of the bookcase, and 69 other things. Kiddo, you give me a hand too, won't you?
We got an engagement with Fred Ruthie. You know yourself.
Well, that'll have to be canceled. I'm sorry, but it can't be helped.
I better phone him right now, then. Give him a chance to make other plans.
All right. Go, Scudder. Let's not stand around with our teeth in our mouth. Trot along and...
Second, Vic, till I get through calling Ruthie.
Well, I got no time to waste.
Well, I'm not going to have you fellas plowing around upstairs and tearing the house apart. There's stacks of Christmas presents in every single clothes closet, and I'm the only one that knows...
Okay, but make it snappy. Rush, get me volume 7 out of the bookcase.
Okay.
2572X, please. Correct.
I have to learn an official greeting by heart. And I have to phone Hank Gutstop and dictate an official greeting for him to memorize. Maybe you can do that.
What's all this that's going on now? What excuse shall I give him? You can't...
L.W. Eakins is in town.
Who's he?
One of the major executives of the Chicago headquarters of the Sacred Stars.
Hello, lady. I bet you were taking a nap.
Volume 7 now.
That's
Kinda
so? Well, Rush and me been doing the same thing. Vic went downtown right after dinner and just this minute got home.
This is what I have to memorize.
Yeah.
Paragraph, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, my, I bet you were. How long they stay?
Run up quick now and bring me down my lodge regalia. All of it.
Well, I should think so.
Boots, sword, tunic, plumed hat.
Your
robe.
pants ain't available.
Golly, yes.
What do you mean?
Mom lent them to Tom Hackett.
Happens every time.
Who's Tom Hackett?
Butcher over in Middleton's butcher shop. He needed them to be Santa Claus.
Say,
Well, what does Fred think?
Dave.
Hey, a person's trying to talk over... Excuse me, Ruthie. Vic's trying to say something in just a second. What's the matter?
Are my lodge pants upstairs?
Well, I suppose they're upstairs if you put them upstairs.
You lent them to Tom Hackett. Don't you remember?
Oh, golly, that's right. He took the part of Santa Claus, and I...
Well, if this ain't the
Well, you can
finest.
drop by and pick them up. This landlady will give them to you.
This landlady can go jump in the lake. I haven't got
We'd like
time
it through here, Vic. Ruthie's waiting on the wire.
You may inform Ruthie that
Lady,
This what you have
I'm
to memorize?
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, little frenzied brother of mine, wring your
Sure.
touching hands and listen for the call of the golden oriole. As maidens dance by the flashing
Oh, what?
pool in the mischievous tarantella.
Rush, will you be quiet? Both of you be quiet. Say, lady, I better tell you why I phoned. Yeah. We're not going to be able to play 500 this evening. No. Well, it's like this. Vic's Lodge is having a special meeting. Yeah, some fella from Chicago's in town, and I guess he's... Who's the fella, Vic?
Will you get through there and explain about my pants?
I asked you a question. Who's the Chicago fella?
L.W. Eakins.
Is the big, large muckety-muck?
Yeah.
He's some man named Mr. Eakins, some big muckety-muck in the lodge. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, look, this don't make any difference to you and Fred, does it? Uh-huh. Well, I thought I'd better get in touch with you right away so you could make other plans. Yeah.
Will you make that snappy?
Later on the week will be grand. Surely. You bet. Well, you explain to Fred. Yes. All right, Ruthie. All right. Goodbye. There's no call to work yourself into a stool. You can pick up your lodge pants on the way downtown.
I have to dress here.
All right, let Rush trot over after him.
Trot over after him, Rush.
Tom Hackett lives on North Center Street, don't he?
I haven't the remotest idea
Don't you,
where...
Yeah.
Shall I go there first, or shall I go to Smelly Clark's house first?
Smelly Clark's house.
Plumed hat.
Didn't you bring that back? Oh, my.
What's this mystery now?
Well, don't jump through the ceiling, but Rush, let Smelly Clark take your
You give
plumed
me
hat.
permission, Mom.
Yeah, but I certainly thought you'd use your head enough to get it
Rush,
back.
let Smelly Clark take my plumed hat. Get you what?
To use as an ornament on his Christmas tree. See, they wanted something to put on the tip top of the tree to make
You may round me up my plumed hat in my lodge rope without another second's delay.
Hadn't I better go?
No. Sade, I will make a little speech about what I think of people who lend out private possessions of others to every half-wit in
Well,
town.
goodness, I never expected
I
that
will
you...
make my speech later. Right now, however, I'm very closely pressed for time and would like to ask you to do me a favor.
What is it?
Telephone Hank Gutstop and read him this paragraph. He's supposed to memorize it.
I don't like Hank Gutstop, Vic.
It won't hurt you to call him on the telephone, will it?
Well, I don't like him, and he knows I don't like him.
So
And
my own wife won't cooperate with me in the matter of the greatest importance.
what you want me to tell him?
I want you to read something to him. You'll have paper and pencil and write as you dictate. Here's the place right here.
Don't have to read a whole book to him, do I?
Just this paragraph I'm pointing to.
What's it supposed to be?
Regular prescribed official greeting from an exalted Little Dipper to a visiting dignitary. Hank has to memorize.
Hey!
What's the matter, pray?
Well, this is that Greek junk.
Latin jump.
You expect me to make out a bunch of outlandish gibberish
It's
and
simple as pie. Read it just like you'd read English.
kick over the People's Bank building before I
It
try...
sounds just like it looks. The first word is hick. H-I-C. Hick. Read it just like you'd read anything else. Here. Hic dignitas apollorum dum cluck simian hobo. Huius agricula upcu hunc. Sim spittle de fides in slab dum cornucopia.
I won't do it.
Sadie, surely after lending my lodge pants to a perfect stranger to be Santa Claus in, and giving my plumed hat to a hyena to put on his Christmas tree, you won't
I'll
refuse
read something in American, but I'll kiss a cow before I'll make a ninny out of myself with that Greek junk.
Okay, I'll memorize Hank's greeting. You can memorize my greeting. We'll switch speeches.
Is yours printed in American?
Yeah,
Let's see it once.
right here. Oh, little frenzied brother of mine, wring your clutching hands and listen for the call of the golden oriole, as maidens dance by the flashing pool, and the mischievous tarantula crawls...
I'm not going to read that either.
What?
I'm not going to read that either.
Sadie, can it be possible
Imagine me calling that old Hank Gutstop on the telephone and calling him pet names and telling him to wring his hands and dance with the girls and play in the splashing
Was
pool.
that Rush?
Huh?
Rush? Yeah. He hasn't left the house yet.
Well, I expect...
What is the idea, sir?
I brought you your boot.
My boat.
Your lodge boot.
Where was it?
In the basement. I knew it was down there, so I hunted all over the furnace room till I found it. There you are.
Where is my other boat?
That's the big mystery. I looked every doggone place I
Where
knew.
is my other boat?
I let Miss Husher have it
What for?
to hang over the fireplace at Christmas time. It's always been a custom in her family to use boots instead of stockings for Santa Claus to put his presents
Tom
in.
Hackett has my pants, Sally Clark has my plumed hat, and Miss Husher has my other boot. Is that correct?
Well, goodness, you didn't give a person warning. You wanted everything all at once. If I'd had the slightest inkling.
Where's my sword?
Right upstairs in your bottom dresser drawer. It's all wrapped up nice and ready to use. Shall I go get it?
How about my robe?
Your robe?
My robe.
Charlie Reeves has come borrowing it.
And my tunic?
Oh, what'd you do with his tunic, Rush?
You sent me over to Miss Brighton's with it.
Oh, she wanted to use it
Tom
too.
Hackett has my pants. Mary Clark has my plumed hat. Miss Husher has my boot. Charlie Razorskum has my robe. And Miss Brighton has my tunic. I haven't much lodge regalia left. I haven't
Telephone's
much...
ringing.
Oh, yes, the telephone is ringing.
I'll answer it. It's probably Ruthie.
You don't need to look daggers at me, Gus. I'm not implicated.
Hello? Yes? Oh, why, yes, he is. Just a second for you.
Hank Stuff.
I think so. Yes, it is Hank Stuff. Recognize his voice.
He wants his official speech. Read it to him.
Oh, Vic, I just can't read that Greek chunk over the telephone.
Here's the book.
Vic, I just can't.
Here's the place.
I'll read the American.
Take this.
I'll read about the maidens in the splashing pool.
Read what I'm giving you.
Vic, I just can't.
Read.
Hank? Oh. Hic, dignitas, apolorum, dam, clup, simian, hobo. Q-E-S, agricola, up Q, hump. Sim, fiddle, in Slav, dum, cornucopia, itch.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block.
Well, sir, it's late afternoon as our scene opens now. And here, walking along the alley toward the small house halfway up in the next block, we find Mr. Victor Gook and his son, Mr. Rush Gook. The gentlemen are returning home from Tatman's vacant lot, where the latter apparently enjoyed a brilliant career at third base. For he's saying,
I had 3 putouts in a row to my credit in the 4th inning, and 3 in a row in the 5th. Talk about your red-hot corner. Third base was sure the red-hot corner this afternoon. I must have handled 20 separate and distinct grounders.
You were wonderful, all right.
Well, you saw me.
Yes, I did. And I couldn't help muttering to myself, he's wonderful. That man is wonderful.
Did you happen to be looking when I scooped up Bluetooth Johnson's wallop?
I don't...
It took a crazy bounce. Hit a rock or something. Anyway, it acted like it was going to go foul. But I was on my toes. I wasn't taking any chances. I stuck out my gloved hand and threw my body sideways.
Sitting on our back porch.
Mom, stuck out my gloved hand, see, and threw my body sideways. I might have broke my neck, but I stopped that ball. Rooster Davis paid me quite a compliment. He sauntered over from his shortstop position and patted me on the back. That's feeling the old apple fella, he says. Rooster Davis very seldom hands out compliments. I was flattered. Why, the last time...
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Why, the last time that guy ever handed anybody a compliment was way back in 1935. It just so happened...
What's your mother got in her lap?
I don't know. Way back in 1935. It just so happened...
What you got in your lap, Corporal Stanwood?
Come here and see.
Way back in 1935.
Huh?
The last time Rooster Davis handed anybody a compliment was way back in 1935. It just so happened...
Grandpa Snyder when you were coming along the alley?
No.
Must have turned off on Kelsey.
He did. I noticed his wheelchair way up the block.
Grandpa paid me quite a visit. Only just left about 10 minutes ago.
I see you've also been at home to Ms. Harris.
Why?
Ain't that her Christmas card sample book there in your lap? No?
This is Grandpa Snyder's Christmas card sample book.
Don't tell me he's in the business.
He's in the business, and he's worse than all the rest of the people trying to sell me Christmas cards combined. He gets mad and shouts when you try to get out of buying.
Well, this is the same identical Christmas card sample book as Miss Harris has got.
Sure. Miss Harris and Grandpa Snyder are both representatives for the same company.
The Toledo concern?
Yeah. The outfit that gives you a free parking space for your automobile and your initials in your hat if you buy enough merchandise.
Mind if I look, Mom?
No, sit down. Help yourself.
Grandpa makes one more trying to line you up for Christmas cards.
Yes.
How many are there altogether?
I'd hate to count them.
They're certainly all enterprising salesmen. The summer ain't even set in yet. One generally associates Christmas cards with icy blasts and snow.
Here's a familiar one.
Huh?
Give me a kiss and make me feel fine. This is Christmas 1939.
Uh-huh.
Miss Harris has got it for sale.
Miss Harris has got all these for sale. Like I say, her and Grandpa represent the same company.
Wash off that dirty neck of yours and wipe away that sneer. I'm wishing you and your family a prosperous new year.
Move over, George. I want to look, too.
You've seen them all, Vic. They're exactly like the ones in Miss Harris's sample book.
Well, didn't you tell Grandpa you had dealings with a party connected with the same Christmas card company he works for? And that
You try to tell him something he don't want to hear sometime.
How you mean?
He pretends to be deafer than he is.
Yeah?
Soon as he wheeled his wheelchair here by the porch and produced his sample book, I said, "Oh, lands, Grandpa. Miss Harris across the alley sells them kind of Christmas cards." He put that black tin horn up to his ear. "What?" he says. "What?" I repeated my remark several times, but all he said was what.
Say, that's not a bad idea.
No, good idea. If I ever try to sell something, I'm going to pretend I can't hear. The person you're trying to do business with won't bring up any objections if you can't hear his objections.
Very true.
Give me a kiss, old girl of mine. This is Christmas 1939.
Give me a kiss while it's snowing and sleeting, and accept this heartfelt holiday greeting.
Darn Christmas card company runs that give-me-a-kiss business in the ground. The verses on half the cards in there start off that way.
Give me a kiss full of Christmas-time joys. Santa Claus is coming with candy and toys.
Give me a kiss to remember, my dear, and don't forget December 25th is for the holiday cheer.
Now, who could a person send cards like that to except their sweetheart or somebody? A family like us certainly wouldn't order 2 or 3 dozen of them and mail them to friends and acquaintances. Like Mr. Buller and Y.Y. Flirtch and them.
Here's one for Mr. Buller. Give me a kiss and then go away. I'm listening for Christmas bells on Santa Claus' sleigh. Here's one for Y.Y. Flirtch. Give me a kiss before I get mad. A prosperous New Year.
Stop.
What?
Quit reading them silly things.
Okay.
Well, how come Grandpa left the sample book, Sade? Why didn't you make him take it away with him?
I tried hard enough, but he made out like he couldn't hear what I was saying.
Same stud, yeah?
Sure. Lands, I was almost screaming. I says, "Grandpa, there's absolutely no sense in you leaving your sample book here. We can't possibly give you an order." All he done was hold that trumpet up to his ear and say, "What?"
Well, could he hear your other remarks?
Oh, sure. I said, "Grandpa, how's everyone at home?" He said, "Just fine." I says, "The girls both feeling well?" He says, "Mabel's had a little cold, but she's about over it." I says, "Are you warm enough out here?" He says, "Very comfortable, thanks. I got a vest and 2 wool sweaters underneath my coat." I says, "I'm afraid I can't buy any Christmas cards off you." He says, "What?" "I'm afraid I can't buy any of your Christmas cards, Grandpa," I says. "What?" he says. "What?"
Could you, old rooster?
You bet. He hears just what he wants to hear and nothing else.
Here's a page of samples that haven't got that give me a kiss feature. Give me a hug.
Aw.
Sure. Give me a hug, old girl of mine. This is Christmas 1939.
Oh, my.
Give me a hug while it's snowing and sleeting, and accept this heartfelt holiday greeting.
The same verses, only it's changed to hug, huh?
Yeah. Give me a hug before I get mad. A prosperous New Year.
It's difficult to work up the true Christmas spirit during this summer weather. I need icicles.
Here's a verse I haven't seen before. Give me a hug for Christmas time's sake. If I don't receive presents, I'll jump in the lake.
You made that up.
Oh, look for yourself. Right here, all lettered in tinsel. Give me a hug for Christmas time's sake. If I don't receive...
That's out and out crazy.
Yeah.
The worst thing about Grandpa being here with his sample book was Miss Harris saw him.
Hmm?
She stepped out on her back porch to water her plants and glanced over this way.
She probably didn't suspect Grandpa was a competitor of hers in the Christmas card.
Oh, yes, she did. She spotted the sample book.
How you know?
I could tell.
Oh, it's a long distance from her porch, Greta.
Listen now, while I tell you what she done. She put down her sprinkler and turned this way and stared, with her hands on her hips.
Well, that don't prove anything.
Sure it does. Well, I wouldn't be surprised but what our voices carried over to her house. Mine could have, easy enough. I was shouting. "I'm afraid I can't buy any Christmas cards from you, Grandpa," I hollered. Why, I'll bet my necktie she heard me. Sure.
Give me a hug, you saucy minx. Old Santa
I just
Claus.
couldn't do anything with Grandpa. Almost got myself hoarse trying to explain. "Grandpa," I says, "I can't give you an order. My next-door neighbor, Miss Scott, sells Christmas cards. Miss Harris across the alley sells Christmas cards. My sister in Carberry, Illinois, sells Christmas cards for the church treasury. Even my little boy sells Christmas cards. The children make 'em up at high school there. I might just as well have been talking to the garbage box. He sat in his wheelchair with his darn old trumpet to his ear and said what?
Very brainy old geezer.
I'll say.
Give me a hug or I'll kick your father. Holiday chimes.
Heard everything else I said. I says, Grandpa, we don't see much of you around Virginia Avenue these days. He says, I've been spending most of my time over on Clinton Boulevard. They're tearing up the street. I says, I read in the newspaper where it stated Beulah took a trip to Detroit, Michigan. He says, yes, visited a girl she went to business college with and her husband. But when I said, Grandpa, Miss Harris across the alley has got these same kind of Christmas cards for sale, it was a different story. What? He says. What? So now I've got this sample book to worry about.
And a brand new Christmas card salesman breathing his hot breath down your neck.
Yeah.
Back to kisses again here.
Right so?
Give me a kiss or I'll telephone the police. May the blessings of Christmas never cease.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block. Well, sir, it's late afternoon as our scene opens now. And here in the living room of the small house halfway up in the next block, we find Mr. Victor Gook and his son, Mr. Rush Gook. Vic has just this moment arrived home from the office. He's depositing his straw hat on top of the bookcase. Young Rush is seated at the library table, gazing somewhat blankly at the wall. And his father says to him,
Are you in a trance, Pocket Watch?
I'm trying to figure something out.
When I greeted you joyously, your rejoinder was sluggish and preoccupied.
Uh-huh.
Your mother and Miss Stembottom got off on their automobile trip to Pontiac in good shape?
I guess so.
When they due back?
6:30 or 7. If it's any later, we're supposed to fix our own supper.
I enjoy trying my hand at culinary art on occasion. If your mother hasn't returned by 6:30, I'll put on an apron and fry you the tastiest round steak you ever put in your mouth. You still in a trance?
I'm thinking.
Whip out the tickets and I'll take you in on a rummy game.
Miss Harris just telephoned, gal.
Really? I trust she's in robust health?
Darnest mixed-up business you ever heard of.
How so?
Well, let's see if I can get it straight. Mr. Stembottom telephoned her to ask if she wouldn't get in touch with you and say that just before Mom and Miss Stembottom left for Pontiac, Hank Gutstop had called up here with the information... Oh, wait a minute, I left out a step. Some fella down at the Lazy Hours pool room telephoned Mom to say that Hank Gutstop had asked him to get a hold of you. But you weren't in your office, so he telephoned Mom and gave her the information. Oh, that's not it either. I better start from the beginning. Miss Harris telephoned...
What in blazes you talking about, Harry?
Darned if I know.
Well, strap out the rummy cards and I'll make you look like 15 cents.
Okay.
I was down in the packing department a good while this afternoon where there aren't any telephones. That's why I couldn't be reached.
Uh-huh.
I expect Hank found himself embarrassed for ready cash again and wanted to hit me for 6 bits or $1.
No, I don't think so. It was something about YY Flirtch being in town.
YY Flirtch?
Miss Harris called him I Blurch, but I expected...
You say he's in town?
I got the idea from what Miss Harris said he was.
Whereabouts?
Well, Miss Harris...
What's Miss Harris got to do with this?
I tried to explain that. Miss Harris...
If YY Flirtch is in town, I want to see him. Where is he?
I don't know where he is.
What'd Mom say?
I haven't seen Mom. Her and Miss Stembottom left for Pontiac before school let out. I talked to Miss Harris.
And she told you YY Flirtch is in town?
Well, she didn't know. All she said
was...
well,
what is this, Sam?
Some fella from the Lazy Hours pool hall telephoned Mom.
Is YY Flirtch at the Lazy Hours pool hall?
I haven't the slightest idea. All I know is he called up Mom from there and said he was speaking for Hank Gutstop.
Well, you haven't seen Mom. How do you know anybody called her up?
Miss Harris told me.
Does Miss Harris know where YY Flirtch is?
I doubt it. See, Mr. Stembottom called her up to say that...
Mr. Stembottom?
Yeah.
What's he got to do with it?
I think I can explain if you'll listen. Mrs. Stembottom
Now
was
we
with...
got Mrs. Stembottom in this muddled mass of confusion.
Well, I'm only attempting to clarify.
I bet
this.
any amount of money YY Flirtch got in on the 2:50 train from Decatur and is going to grab the 5:15 for Peoria. What time is it now?
Clock on the bookcase is a little fast. I expect...
It's 5 minutes till.
5 minutes till 5?
No, midnight. Listen, if YY Flirtch is in town, I want to get in touch with him. He's been to an important meeting of lodge officials in Decatur. He'll be able to tell me a good many vital things. What's Ms. Harris's telephone number? You know it?
Yeah. It's, either 9985W or 2360J.
Well, which?
Try 7761L.
7761L?
Yeah.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Call it and see. 2497K and 6224M are numbers that's also buzzing around in my skull, but I'm pretty sure...
Oh, for gosh sakes, P.
Try 7761L. I'm convinced it's correct.
Imagine calling Ma Donahue across the alley to get information about YY Flirtch. 7761L, please. Yeah. If you give me a bum steer, there'll be severe reckoning.
I never guaranteed it was 7761L. Might be 2996W. Might be 4363J. I'm only common ordinary flesh and blood. I can't...
Hello? A man's voice.
Human flesh and blood.
No, I guess I got the wrong number. I wanted to reach Mrs... What? Oh, I see. I have got the right number then. You're one of Ms. Harris's roomers, huh? I see.
Mr. Sludge.
Glad to hear it. The slob wants to chat.
Mr. Sludge is quite a talker. And you're perfectly right calling him a slob. In the summertime, he don't wear socks, even with his Sunday suit. And he don't like shoelaces in his shoes. He likes to hear the flippity-flap of his feet squashing.
You're right about the Chicago White Sox. They're a great team, but is Ms. Harris there? Oh, she isn't. I see. Well, thanks just the same. I'll call her some other... What? Philadelphia Athletics? I have to hang up now. Goodbye. Not home.
I don't think she'd have any information about YY Flirtch even if she was home. She was just repeating what Mr. Stembottom told her when...
Oh, forget Mr. Stembottom. I have to get a hold of YY Flirtch. Past 5 o'clock. I'll call the Lazy Hours pool hall and talk to Hank Gutstaff.
Well, he's not at the Lazy Hours pool hall.
Well, you said he was, doggone it.
No, I never.
Well, what did you say?
I said a fella speaking for Hank called from the Lazy Hours pool room.
What is his name?
Yop. Gop.
Now we got guys named Yop or Gop in on this.
Might have been Fop.
And from what source did you obtain your information about Yop, Gop, or Fop?
Ms. Harris.
Oh, we're back to her again, are we?
Gov, I can explain all this, I think, if you'll give me a chance.
Go right ahead.
Who's the girl at the telephone switchboard down at the plant?
3 times?
Yeah.
Miss Clem.
Is she on duty now?
Yeah. Why?
Well, she's another party mixed up in this.
Oh, my.
Hey, Gov, I
Name
can't...
over our cast of characters. I'd like to hear a complete list of the well-meaning human beings that want me to know YY Flirtch is in town.
Well, I'm one.
Ha.
Mr. Yop, Gop, or Fop.
Ha.
Hank Gutstaff, mine, Miss Stembottom, Mr. Stembottom, Miss Clem, and Miss Harris.
8. 8 people want me to get in touch with YY Flirtch, and yet in spite of their united efforts, I can't get in touch with YY Flirtch.
Well, everybody tried. Nobody fell down on the job.
Did you say you had it figured out how the strange pattern was wrought?
I think I have.
Well, elucidate.
Huh?
Explain.
Well, earlier in the afternoon, Mom and Miss Stembottom were here getting ready to climb in the automobile and head for Pontiac.
Clear as a bell so far.
Telephone rang.
Yup, Gopper, Fop on the wire.
No, Miss Clem on the wire.
Well, you said this guy from the Lazy Hours...
Let me tell it, Gov.
Shoot.
Miss Clem on the wire. She says, is Mr. Gook there, Miss Gook? Mom says, no. Miss Clem says, I thought he might be home because he's not here in the office. Mom says, was it something important?
How do you know what Mom said?
I don't. I'm reconstructing what happened out of my head.
Reconstruct your way.
Mom says, was it something important? Miss Clem says, a gentleman named Mr. Yop, Gop, or Fop, just called, from the Lazy Hours pool hall. He said he was speaking for a Mr. Gutstop. Mr. Gutstop wanted to notify Mr. Gook, a friend of his, Mr. Flirtch, is in town. Got that much of it straight?
Yeah.
All right. Mom turns to Miss Stembottom and says, I know Victor'd like to have this information, but we're leaving for Pontiac. How can I get word to him? Miss Stembottom says, I'll call up Fred. Fred can telephone Victor a little bit later and tell him.
Uh-huh.
So Miss Stembottom telephones Mr. Stembottom at the foundry. Still all clear?
Yeah.
All right. Mom and Miss Stembottom drive off to Carberry, and Mr. Stembottom waits a half an hour and then calls this number in hopes of getting in touch with you and handing over the information.
But nobody's home.
Nobody's home.
So
Fred decides to telephone a neighbor lady and have her relay the message.
And that's where Miss Harris comes in.
That's where Miss Harris comes in.
She calls here and you talk to her.
She calls here and I talk to her.
And that's the story.
And that's the story.
Very pretty tale.
Yes, indeed.
8 kind friends and true, all breaking their backs so I can get in touch with Flirtch. Here I stand helpless and wretched, still not in touch with Flirtch.
Well, why don't you attempt to get a hold of that fella Gop or Fop? He's the key man.
Where could I locate him?
Lazy Hours Pool Hall is the place he called your office from.
You know the number?
I don't know any pool hall telephone numbers. Mom had thrown me over the People's Bank building.
There's somebody.
It might be Miss Harris. Might be Mr. Stembottom. Might be Hank Gutstop.
Hello? Yes? Oh, hello there.
Flirtch?
Yeah, Flirtch.
It all come out okay after all.
Hello there, you old horse thief. In hac agricola sim spinel hunk. Ad nauseum cornucopia dum sac etch.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block. And there we leave Crisco's Vic and Sade until the next time. Well, sir, it's a few minutes past 9 o'clock in the evening as we enter the small house halfway up in the next block now. And here in the living room we find Mr. and Mrs. Victor Gook abiding quietly at home. They've been playing rummy for the last hour or so, and the game has begun to take on a sluggish, lackluster quality. Listen.
I win.
Let's see your cards. Sure you win. Got 3 queens, 3 deuces, and the 4, 5, 6, and 7 of hearts.
I lose interest in rummies after about so long a time. The spades start resembling clubs.
You any quit?
Would you just as soon?
All right. Not much kick to the game when your opponent's half asleep.
I am a little tired. Too early to go to bed?
Courthouse clock struck 9 about 5 minutes ago.
I bet I sleep so sound tonight you could send my undershirt to Detroit, Michigan Parcel Post.
Paper states showers sometime before morning. I hope they hurry along and cool things off.
Oh. Deal out a few more rummies. Might as well be doing something.
Okay.
It's kind of funny that Davis boy storming in here this evening, wasn't it?
I've learned that there's nothing extraordinary in the most ununderstandable behavior on the part of 14-year-old boys. Being the father of a 14-year-old boy, I'm tutored in all
Here's your 14-year-old boy now. Rush?
Hi.
Here's a beautiful bouquet of tickets for you, Charlie.
Thanks. Hope I can tell the hearts from the clubs.
The hearts are red, the club's black.
I mean diamonds from the spades. After so many rummies, I get so I can't keep my mind on what I'm doing.
Davis didn't disturb you when he come after rotten suitcase a while ago, did he?
Not too much. Of course, I had to climb upstairs after.
Well, it helped along the excitement. By George, I never enjoyed such high-class excitement in my life.
What excitement do you have reference to, Sunburn?
Center Street.
Has there been excitement on Center Street? I'm discarding the 6 of clubs.
I can use it in my business. I beat your father 3 times in a row.
And didn't Rooster explain?
Explain what?
About Center Street.
No, what about it?
Rooster never said a word.
He come to the door all out of breath and wanted that big old imitation leather suitcase you borrowed off of his brother. Gov went after it, and he grabbed it and was gone.
Well, I'll be darned.
Why? What happened on Center Street?
A house collapsed.
Ah.
You telling the truth? You don't know about it?
We've been sitting here playing cards ever since around 7:30.
Never heard no noise? Never heard no people yelling?
Never heard a sound. Telephone hasn't even rung. Except for a rooster storming in, it's been quiet as my thumb.
Beats the Dutch.
A house collapsed, you say, Temple Bells?
Yeah.
I collapsed one time myself. I was on the outskirts of Cleveland, Ohio, where I just officiated at a wedding ceremony. After kissing the bride, I pocketed the $5 bill given me by the bridegroom and prepared...
You know that place in the 300 block on South Center with the second-story porch that runs clear around the whole house?
Has it got fragile hedgerows and morning glories and a solid gold belfry which catches the dazzling...
Give me a
rays?
show, Gov. That place collapsed this evening.
It is a nine of spades, Sadie. I trust it
You
will be
were
of
talking
some-
about that big boarding house-looking place, Willie.
Sure. It collapsed at 8 o'clock.
What you mean by collapsed?
Fell down.
Ah, a great big mud.
The whole thing didn't fall down. Just that second-story veranda fell down. But to look at it, you'd think the entire house had been hit by a cyclone.
That's the truth?
If it's not the truth, you can send my undershirt to St. Paul, Minnesota, cash on delivery. If it's not the truth...
Was anybody hurt?
Not a soul. And it's the luckiest thing since the bullet that choked Billy Patterson. Why, that second-story veranda weighs tons and tons. It crashed like thunder. Busted the first-floor porch into smithereens. Broke every window in the house. There's chunks of lumber and splinters of wood scattered up and down Center Street for half a block.
You're not exaggerating, are you? You're not making a mountain out of some trivial accident?
No, sir. Hope to die if I've twisted the facts. Hey, why don't you people put on your hat and stroll over there? See for yourself. It's just like I say. Center Street is cluttered up with debris for half a block in both directions.
Well, what happened?
The doggone second-story veranda collapsed from old age. The pillars were weak.
I believe that. Ruthie and I noticed the place just last week when we were walking past. That upstairs porch that circles the house was sagging in half a dozen places.
Sure. It was bound to happen sooner or later. And it happened tonight. I'm surprised you individuals never heard the crash.
Where were you when it happened?
Standing out in front of the By Joe Picture Show. I was in the Society of Bluetooth Johnson. By George, we were in the 300 block on South Center in 2 seconds.
Looks like we did miss some excitement.
Missed half your life. Come on, slap on your hat. We'll go over there.
Oh, it's all over and done with now.
Probably still a crowd of people hanging around, though. No fooling. To look at that house, you'd think it got caught between 9 cyclones.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Gov. You and me will hike to Center Street.
I'd like to beg off, Arthur. It's too warm an evening to work myself up over a porch falling off a house.
Okay.
Certainly a good thing nobody got injured.
Yes, indeed.
I remember the place you're talking about very well. Just last week, Ruthie and I walked past. Seems to me she passed some remark. Look how that old upper-story porch sags or something.
Peculiar Rooster didn't give you the details when he come after Rotten Suitcase. Guess he was too excited.
Well, what was his big hurry for his brother's suitcase when there was so much free entertainment going on?
Oh, gosh. I haven't told you about Rotten yet.
What did Rotten do?
Rotten Davis, Gov, had the most magnificent evening of his entire career.
How so?
He made off to the crowd. It was his fault the house collapsed.
Yeah?
You should have seen him. He was running back and forth in front of the ruins screaming. I lost my temper, he kept yelling. I lost my temper. Yeah.
You mean?
He was making a public spectacle out of himself, yeah. 5 minutes after the big crash, about 200 people were on the spot. They didn't know what happened. They just saw this house all busted to pieces and lumber laying around every place. And here was Rotten Davis, tearing his hair and rushing around crazy. I lost my temper, he kept screaming. I lost my temper.
The people got the notion Rotten had lost his temper and torn the whole house down?
Sure, they got that notion.
Oh, my.
It was a magnificent thing to witness. The crowd opened up an alley for Rotten to run back and forth in. And he run back and forth in it till who laid the chunk. I lost my temper, he hollered. I lost my temper, and look what I've done. Remember now, the house looked like it had been hit by a cyclone. An innocent bystander guess it'd take 9 men 8 days to do that much damage.
Oh, my.
Rotten Davis seen his opportunity and grabbed it. He had that enormous throng of people in the palm of his hand. If he'd looked tough at any of them, they'd have started for home 90 miles an hour. Oh, it's wonderful. Wonderful, I tell you.
If I had a boy that was such a smarty show-off, I bet I'd...
And Rooster worked hand in glove with him. Rooster deserves 50% of the credit for his brother's sensational hoax.
I was going to inquire, what did Rooster want with the suitcase?
Wanted it to take back to Rotten. It's all plastered up with foreign labels, you know. Foreign labels impress the general public. Soon as Rotten got hold of that suitcase, he started running between the divided crowd of people with it. I told you they separated and left him space to run back and forth in, didn't I? Made kind of a lane for him. Well, he'd run from one end of the lane to the other. When he got to one end, he'd stop and set down his suitcase. Then he'd give the people a chance to read the foreign labels. Nome, Alaska, London, England, Paris, France, Rotterdam, Holland, Brussels, Belgium, Stockholm, Sweden, and so on. All the time, he kept hollering he'd lost his temper and torn down a house. Then he'd pick up his suitcase and run to the other end of the lane. Do the same thing over again. I lost control of my temper, he screamed. I lost control of my temper and tore down this house in 3 minutes with my bare hands.
His mother ought to take him by the coat collar.
And let me tell you another trick he used to heighten the effect. He was wearing goggles. When he sent Rooster after his suitcase, he also had him stop by home and pick up an aviator's helmet and goggles that used to belong to some friend of his that owned a motorcycle. Oh, it was magnificent, God.
I bet it was.
Carrying his suitcase all plastered up with foreign labels and wearing an aviator's helmet on his head with the goggles pulled down over his eyes and running back and forth like he'd gone crazy.
I lost my temper. I lost my temper.
Yeah.
For a boy that's almost a grown-up man.
And every once in a while, he'd holler to Rooster. Hey, he'd holler, how many bodies have they found so far? And Rooster, he was back in the shadows, would put on a deep voice and answer, 6 so far, 7 so far, 8 so far, you know.
Ain't he going on 19 years old, Rush?
Rotten, yeah.
Well, imagine a boy 19 years old behaving.
Mom, he had the most magnificent evening of his entire career.
I'd give him the most magnificent.
Oh, and another feature that was dandy. 3 young ladies he likes were in the crowd. 3 very handsome young ladies he's ambitious to escort to the picture show and places were present.
I bet he's their hero now.
Oh, boy.
You seem to have had just about as satisfactory an evening as Rotten did.
I had a delightful evening. A delightful evening.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block. Well, sir, the evening meal has been over only a little while as we join our friends in the small house halfway up in the next block now. And we find Mr. and Mrs. Victor Gook and young Mr. Rush Gook enjoying a season of postprandial ease in the living room. Their serenity is short-lived, however, for Sade has just produced consternation. Listen.
You don't mean to tell me that you want me to go over there in Holland? Well, it's 190 degrees in the shade, Sade. I'd melt into a... You were joking all the time, weren't you?
Not joking a bit.
You mean to tell me that you'd have me move forward?
Please. Person makes an innocent little remark and fellas jump out of their undershirts screaming like panthers.
Then you were joking.
No.
You're serious when you suggest going over in Donahue's basement and carrying out 2 tons of coal?
It's got to be done, hasn't it?
Mom, tonight's the night the fat businessmen play handball down at the YMCA.
Oh, you don't have to be there, though. I was cute. Before I mentioned the coal, I said, what you going to do this evening, Vic? Mr. Vic said, nothing. I said, you got anything up your sleeve, Rush? Mr. Rush said, no.
A very, very ingenious trap.
Oh, what you say we don't bother going through a lot of talky-talking stuff? What you say we slip into our overalls and take care of this little job?
Your mother calls moving 2 tons of coal a little job.
You don't have to move it all this evening.
You're too kind, Sadie. Your heart is bigger in the tub. But I can't let you get away with so much generosity. I'll not only move your 2 tons of coal this evening, but I'll also paint the house and shingle the roof.
Some fellas hate work like they hate a snake.
Most fellas hate the idea of lugging coal around on a stifling hot day.
It's not stifling hot now. The cool of the evening set in. Why, I bet if you glance at the thermometer, you'll know... Rush, don't strain yourself fidgeting around. You're not going anyplace.
Fat businessmen are playing handball down at the YM.
Fat businessmen down at the YM never entered your noodle till I mentioned coal.
Fat businessmen down at the
Go
YM.
fetch you in your father's overalls.
Kiddo, let us leaven our good impulses with common sense. Before we plunge into some rash course of action, let us consider and reflect. Now, you know
Skip
yourself that...
Overalls,
Yes,
cellar way.
yes.
Fat businessmen down at the
Wait,
YM.
Rush.
What do you mean, wait, Rush? I told him to do something. Scoot, Rush.
Bad businessmen down at the YM are playing handball and...
Wait,
acting like
Rush.
cold and weather hiding up to another person down
After the mama's given the child a definite order.
Getting back to the subject of Donahue's and their 2 tons of half-wit coal, may I humbly venture the opinion that summertime is no
Let
time to
me
be
venture
gotten-
an opinion once. They moved away from Virginia Avenue, leaving that lovely pile of coal they couldn't take with them. They said they'd make us a gift of it. Coal is expensive, and here's a monstrous, big, beautiful heap of it we can have for nothing. Shall we let it go?
I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say we're hardly dying for coal in the middle of summer. We've got a long time to wait before the wintry blasts force us to huddle near the furnace and blow our breath on our blue fingers.
You'd wait till next December, huh?
I'd certainly wait till dark days are over. I'd certainly wait
Nick,
until...
don't you appreciate why we ought to get that coal in our cellar as quick as we can?
No.
2 good, solid reasons.
Mutton Jeff, I suppose. Oh, heck, kiddo, let's
2
forget...
good, solid reasons.
What are they?
One is Mr. Erickson may rent his house any minute. If a new family moved in next door and took possession, what could we do? I bet you hadn't thought of that, had you?
No, but on
It's
the
true,
other...
isn't it? Could we go over next door in some strange family's basement and start carrying away coal? We could not. Why, the chief of police would be here on his motorcycle so fast it'd make your head swim. And
My
besides
overalls
that...
are all wrinkled.
What?
My overalls are all wrinkled.
Oh, how horrible. Now you won't be able to do a lick of work. Person certainly can't accomplish anything with wrinkled overalls. Put them on. And let's not have any more nonsense. Give your father his.
I don't want mine.
Oh, yes, you do. You'd be black as the 9 of diamonds in 6 seconds if you tried carrying basket loads of coal across the yard wearing a good...
Basket loads of coal?
Sure.
You propose transporting 2 tons of coal by means of rotten little measly baskets?
I don't know as they're so rotten or measly either. Them market baskets down cellar are substantial and hold a good deal.
Why don't we use teaspoons?
Be slipping them on, Rush.
Or here, I got a cavity in my tooth. I'll use that to haul coal in. If disgusting little vulgar market baskets are good
Well,
enough
what
to
would
haul...
you use? A team of horses and a wagon? The coal has to be carried from Donahue's basement to our basement. Distance of about 15 feet.
Surely you listen to a reasonable...
Rush, get into them overalls. I'm not going to tell you again.
The handmen playing fat ball down at the YM are about to
Oh,
start...
the handmen playing fat ball down at the YM.
I mean the fat men playing handball. Fat men playing handball down at the
Get
YM
in them
are...
overalls. And you too, Vic. Actually, now, don't you think it's a little ridiculous to waste all this time? You got no plans for this evening. All you do'd be go sit out in the porch swing. Couple of hours of good wholesome exercise would do you good.
Getting dark. Can't work in the dark.
Drowning man grabbing for straws.
What?
Nothing. You won't have to work in the dark. Soon as it gets dark, you can quit.
You said there was 2 reasons why it was necessary to hurry up and break my back after a hot, miserable day, lugging coal around like a slob of a half-wit hippopotamus.
Yeah, 2 reasons. One of them is Mr. Erickson might get his house rented any minute. Might get it rid tomorrow. If that happened, we'd be out our lovely 2 tons of coal.
What's the other reason?
The other reason is I'm pretty sure Mr. Erickson is helping himself to that coal himself.
Yeah?
Yes. I'm pretty sure there's not a day goes by but what he don't stop by and get a few chunks and carry 'em off home in that big satchel of his.
Rather far-fetched, don't you think?
It's Miss Donna who suspects him. She told me yesterday the pile had dwindled something fierce. And don't that sound like him? Why, if he's coming every day and helping himself to a chunk of coal and sneaking it away in his satchel, it won't be very long.
Telephone is ringing.
See who it is, Rush.
Probably Bluetooth Johnson.
Well, if it is, don't get in any long, drawn-out conversations.
He probably wants me to go down to YM and watch the fat men play handball.
Handmen play fatball.
When I said handmen play fatball, I naturally was confused with fat men.
Play handball, yeah. Answer the phone before the party hangs up.
Oh. Hello, Miss Denbottom. Just fine, thanks.
500?
Yes, yes.
Sure.
Miss Denbottom, ma'am.
Tell him to come right over.
Well, if you people plan to indulge in cards, why can't I proceed on down to YM and witness
The handmen play fatball. Get out of the way.
Tell him to come right on over.
Be putting on your overalls. Hello there, Third Lieutenant Stanley. No, finished supper ages ago. Just sitting here with our teeth in our mouth. Uh-huh. Why, say, that sounds fine. Sure, the big muckety-muck says wonderful.
Tell him to come right over.
Why don't you do that? We'll be here. Oh, sure. Yeah, all right, we'll be looking for you, lady. You bet. All right, Ruthie. Goodbye.
You coming right over?
Oh, coming right over. It's not 6:30 yet.
When are they coming?
When they usually come, around 7:45 or kind of halfway in around through there.
Call back and say we'd like to get an early start. Say Victor wants to get up early in the morning, and if it's all the same to
Now
them...
listen, you boys are going to move that coal.
Oh,
You
Mom,
mean to say
no
that
heart.
you still insist
And there's
on
nothing
me carrying coal over
about
with
it. Mr. Erickson might get his house rented any second, and we'd be out our lovely heap of coal.
Will
Why
you
must
please
it be
tell
the night
me
when
how
the
I'm
fat
going
men
to
are
be
playing
lugging
handball
coal
and
and
the
sit down
ladies
five
have
feet?
at least 100
Well,
feet in the
Go down cellar and get the market baskets, and then skip on over to Donahue's. Put on your overalls, Rush. Put on your overalls, Vic. And then run along. I'm a lady with lots of responsibility. I've got 2 little boys to look after and watch over. 2 little tiny helpless boys.
Which concludes another brief interlude at the small house halfway up in the next block.